Hello everyone. This is Susie Majors. Excuse my voice. My voice has been like that since the school has started. So yeah, nice to meet you today. You'll just get to know me a little bit and learn about the classes that I'm teaching and the best way that you can help your scholars to be successful. So who am I? Sorry, can't really see well. So this is my family picture, my little family, my husband Toby. We've been married for, I can't do math, um, many years, 7, 8, I don't even know. We met in college, which I'm going to talk about in a second. These are my kids. Gia, she is 4.5. Gio, he is 2. So this picture's been taken for a little while ago. So yeah, we're a little family. I went to Taylor University, where I studied math education so that I can teach math as well as teach SOL so I can be ESL teacher. That right here is my name in Korean. Yes, so I was born in Korea, raised there. I moved to the States when I was 18, so it's been a few years since I'm in this country. I love Korea. I love talking about that country with my students and all that, so you will hear me talking about that to your students. Heron, this is my 8th year at Heron. And I love it. It's actually my first job after college, and I've been here ever since then. I've taught Algebra 1, Algebra 2, and Pre-AP Pre-Calculus in the before. Right now I'm a part-time, so I only work on B days, so that the other days I can be a mom to my children. That little picture is my little hobby. I love flowers. I love gardening. So I just made that little bouquet with only flowers that I grew from our house. So that's my quarantine hobby, as you call it, that I started last year and just love it. So I'll get a little sad when the winter time comes and there's no more flower. Actually, I won't be sad because I have indoor plants that keep me happy too. So let's talk about the classes I'm teaching. So if you're watching this video, that's because your student is your scholar, your child or grandchild is taking my math class, which is either Pre-AP Pre-Calculus or Algebra 2 Honors. So both classes we use what's called skill-based grading. So whenever they're given a test, it usually consists of 2 to 3 to 4 skills combined. And when they get their quiz grade back, it's going to be graded on each skill. And each skill is out of 4 points. So if they show 100% mastery, they're going to get 4 out of 4 per each skill. They can also get 3.5, 3, 2, 1, 0. And that's how you're going to see on the PowerSchool when grades has been updated. So what does that mean? That means we don't do the unit quiz, unit chapter quiz, stuff like that. Because, even though we do, it's going to be just breakdown into different skills. So I want you to be familiar with that. Everything is posted on Google Classroom. Students can have access to filled notes that's filled by me, empty notes, so if they're absent they can print out, and video lesson. That's actually one nice thing about last year virtual is that we were able to make the video lesson for a lot of things, and if you didn't get to make it, I either made a new one or another teacher made it. So if your student has to be absent, have to quarantine, or whatever that happens, technically they should be able to catch up with the lesson on their own using all the resource that's available on a Google Classroom. So they can download the filled notes, they can watch the lesson video, just follow along. So yeah, also all the homework will be posted there. So what is homework? In Heron, we call it independent practice if you're new to Heron. I'm teaching 2 different classes. We do things a little differently. If your student is in Pre-AP Pre-Calculus, we use a program called Delta Math, which I'll talk about at the end after I'm done with the PowerPoint. If you're in Honors Algebra 2, it's a paper IP that your students will get it after the end of each lesson. And one thing that you can help your student is that they're supposed to check the key before coming to the next class. So you can always just check on them. Hey, did you check the key on the Google Classroom? Just to, keep them on your radar. So here's a way you can help. Sign up to the Google Classroom. Our invite has already been sent, so you can just see what's happening. Once again, Google Classroom is where everything is updated, everything is uploaded, their notes, what are they doing on the class, their homework, and everything. You can also help with the organization. So for the lesson, they get paper notes. It gets messy throughout the semester. They just start shoving it in, it gets mixed in and all that. So just, make sure they are organized with that, as well as have a planner so that they can keep track of what the homework is and all that. Although a lot of students use the Google Calendar for the planner, I realize that. Last but not least, please don't be a stranger. If you have any question or concern or question, please email me. That's the one thing I learned after becoming a parent, is that I just want to make sure that my child is doing well. So yes, please don't be a stranger. Always email me. One thing I forgot to include here is that my office hour is Tuesday after school. So if child needs help, they can always come Tuesday after school. So let me just quickly show you those resources that I talk about. So this is the Google Classroom. I'm just pulling out the example from the first period, pre-AP, pre-calc. So when you go in, I'm just gonna pick the 2B. Okay, so if I click that, it tells me the notes, shows me the key of the notes, shows me the PowerPoint that we go over, as well as the video lesson. It says a YouTube video, so that's a video lesson. So they can always catch up. The second one is their practice, their IP. So this is for pre-AP students. If you click that, it's going to lead to the Delta Math, and then it will show what their homework will be on the Delta Math, which I'll show you in a second. If your student is in Algebra 2, the paper IP, they can open it, download it, and then do it, and then it's also going to have a key on the right side. Okay, so pre-AP students, Delta Math is a program that we use for them to do their homework. It's really nice. They get stuff like this when they log in. So I'll show you the examples. It says express that in a piecewise function. If students don't know how to do it, they can show example to see how it's being done, and then kind of try to go do it. If they get it wrong, they can always try different problems. So over here, this means they need to get 2 problems correct in order to get the full credit for that section. So it's very, very, very nice tool. I loved it last year when we used it. So yeah, pre-AP students use the Delta Math to do their homework. Algebra 2 students, they do the paper to do their homework. Okay, oops, sorry about that. So yes, that concludes today's introduction slide. Once again, please email me if you have any question, and I can't wait to meet you in person. Bye-bye.